Today we will discuss applications of UV spectroscopy. Some important applications of UV spectroscopy are: number one is detection of functional groups. UV spectroscopy has been used to detect the presence or the absence of certain functional groups in our organic molecules. For example, if an organic compound does not show lambda max absorption above 200 nanometers, it cannot contain a conjugated chromophore. That means it cannot contain conjugated chromophore, an aldehyde or a keto group or a benzene ring, a bromine or iodine atom. However, it may possess fluorine or chlorine, an isolated double or a triple bond, an amino, hydroxyl, carboxyl, ester, amido, cyano, or a mercapto group. Second application is distinction between conjugated and non-conjugated compounds is done on the basis of UV spectroscopy. Distinction between conjugated and non-conjugated compounds is done on the basis of UV spectroscopy. Now, due to conjugation, both pi to pi star and n to pi star absorption bands in compounds which contain conjugation will absorb at a longer wavelength than those in compounds where no conjugation is there. For example, this compound, this absorbs at longer wavelength, because in this compound conjugation is there, whereas in second compound no conjugation is there and this compound absorbs at shorter wavelength. So conjugated and non-conjugated compounds can be distinguished on this basis. Now, third application is we can determine the extent of conjugation using UV spectroscopy. Extent of conjugation. If we take the case of butadiene, It absorbs at 217 nanometers. But addition of each double bond shifts the absorption maxima to the longer wavelength by about 30 nanometers. Greater the number of such conjugated double bonds, longer is the wavelength of absorption. That means if the conjugation is extended, the absorption is at longer wavelength. For compounds containing 8 or more conjugated double bonds, the absorption occurs in the visible region and the compound appears colored to the human eye. For example, trans beta carotene. An orange colored pigment which is present in carrots. It contains 11 conjugated double bonds and it shows two absorption maxima at 452 nanometers and 478 nanometers. Similarly, lycopene, a compound which is partly responsible for red color of tomatoes. It has also 11 conjugated double bonds and it absorbs at 505 nanometers. Lambda max is 505 nanometers. Thus, by measuring the lambda max of an unknown polyene, we can determine the number of conjugated double bonds it actually contains. Fourth application of UV spectroscopy is detection of impurities. Detection of impurities. Compounds with large lambda max values can be detected when present as impurities even at low concentration, provided the sample itself does not show any absorption in the region of impurities. A practical application is the detection of benzene present as an impurity even at low concentration in a sample of ethanol. In ethanol, when benzene is present as impurity, it is detected by UV spectroscopy. Absolute or anhydrous ethanol can be prepared from commercial ethanol or rectified spirit by azeotropic distillation with benzene using Dean-Stark apparatus. Because of toxic nature of benzene, it is desirable that ethanol meant for internal use must be free from benzene. Traces of benzene, if present as an impurity in ethanol, can be detected by taking its UV spectrum. If the UV spectrum of the sample shows an absorption at 254 nanometers, it contains benzene. Otherwise not, because ethanol is transparent at this wavelength. So absorption which takes place at 254 nanometers, this is due to benzene. And ethanol is transparent at this wavelength. So impurities can be detected in samples. Fifth application is quantitative analysis. Due to its high sensitivity, UV spectroscopy is a valuable analytical tool. It is based upon Lambert-Beer law, which relates absorbance A of a substance at a particular wavelength to its concentration C and molar absorptivity coefficient. By this relation, if we want to estimate the mixture of anthracene and naphthalene, UV spectrum of ethanolic solution of anthracene, it absorbs at 375 nanometers. If we take anthracene and make its a solution in ethanol, it absorbs at 375 nanometers, and this is well above the principal absorption bands of naphthalene at lambda max 275 nanometers and 312 nanometers. Therefore, to estimate anthracene, a standard solution of anthracene naphthalene is prepared and its absorbance measured at 375 nanometer. By the application of Beer-Lambert law, the concentration of pure anthracene in anthracene naphthalene mixture can thus be calculated. Next application is determination of strength of hydrogen bonding by UV spectroscopy. Strength of hydrogen bonding. Polar protic solvent such as water, ethanol, methyl alcohol are known to form hydrogen bonds with the carbonyl oxygen. This lowers the energy of electrons in the ground state by an amount equal to strength of hydrogen bond. Depending on the strength, the N to pi star transition of carbonyl compound is shifted towards shorter wavelength. Thus, by measuring the lambda max of a carbonyl compound in a non-polar and polar protic solvent, strength of hydrogen bonding can be determined. For example, N to pi star transition of acetone in hexane, which is non-polar solvent, occurs at 279 nanometers, but in water, which is a protic solvent and polar, it occurs at 264.5 nanometers. If we take water as solvent, then absorption is at 264.5 nanometers. This hypsochromic shift of 14.5 nanometer corresponds to energy of 5 kilocalorie per mole. Thus, the strength of hydrogen bond between water and acetone is 5 kilocalorie per mole, which is in agreement with the known strength of hydrogen bonds. Seventh application of UV spectroscopy is identification of geometrical isomers. Geometrical isomers can be identified with the help of UV spectroscopy. Now, in general, trans compounds absorbs at longer wavelength with higher extinction coefficient than the corresponding cis isomer. For this, if we take the example of stilbene, this is trans stilbene, and it absorbs at 294 nanometer with absorptivity coefficient at 224,000, whereas its cis isomer absorbs at 278 nanometers. The reason being that in trans stilbene, the two phenyl groups, they are on the opposite sides of double bond. As a result, there is no steric hindrance, and hence the double bond and the pi bonds of the benzene rings are coplanar. So more effective pi orbital overlap takes place. As a result, energy gap between HOMO, highest occupied molecular orbital, and LUMO, lowest unoccupied molecular orbital, this decreases, and pi to pi star transition of trans isomer occurs at longer wavelength. So trans isomer absorbs at a longer wavelength. On the other hand, in the cis isomer, there is steric hindrance due to presence of two phenyl groups on the same side of double bond. So this is the case of cis stilbene. There is steric hindrance due to presence of two phenyl groups on the same side of double bond. So pi system is not coplanar and extent of delocalization decreases. So cis isomer absorbs at a shorter wavelength. Because of coplanarity of pi system, length of chromophore is much longer in trans stilbene than in cis stilbene. Therefore, still trans stilbene has much higher intensity than cis stilbene. So these were the main applications of UV spectroscopy.